Hello, my name is Bradford Mizell, and I'm an associate at the firm of McElroy Deutsch Mulvaney and Carpenter, based in Morristown, New Jersey. I'm admitted in New Jersey and New York, and along with my colleague Diane Reynolds, I am part of the cybersecurity, data protection, and privacy practice, as well as the corporate transactional practice group in McElroy Deutsch. And in addition to corporate law, I do a lot of work with data privacy and cybersecurity, and I also do a lot of work with drone law and the interplay between drone law and privacy law, as well as the preemption of drone regulation at the state and local level by federal law. And I learned a lot about that as working as a law clerk for a couple U.S. senators while I was in law school and had the opportunity to work on drone legislation. So that is a bit about my background and with drones. And basically, drones are a topic that is becoming a lot more significant in recent months and years. Years ago, when drones first came out, they were novelty items, basically toys in the civilian context that you would get for some kids to play around with, or someone to go take cool aerial pics with, or in the military context to go conduct unmanned airstrikes or spy missions. Where things started to change in the last few years is when you started having drones used for a bunch of commercial purposes, and it started to really take off, pardon the pun. In recent years, you've had drones being used by realtors, for instance, to do aerial videos and photographs of properties they're selling, especially large, more remote properties or larger commercial properties, or even in the residential context to go get an aerial view of a neighborhood where the house is located. And that's becoming a regular part of business for a lot of realtors. In the public utility and infrastructure space, you've seen a lot of businesses using drones to conduct aerial monitoring and inspections of gas lines, of oil pipelines, of power plants and power lines. So because they can go up and get an aerial view really quickly and fly up much closer to a high up power line than a helicopter could, they can often spot mechanical failures and breakage or leaks before the human eye could, and potentially avert significant problems. So it's been a game changer in those sectors. And then another area where you've seen it is with movies and filmmaking and television. They're using it to get aerial shots because it's a lot cheaper than paying a guy to go up in a helicopter. So for more low-budget indie productions, it's enabled them to get aerial footage that they couldn't ordinarily. And finally, where a lot of people think drones have the potential to really grow is in the delivery space. You've seen a lot of businesses such as Domino's and Amazon experimenting with drone delivery, and the COVID pandemic really accelerated that because a lot of people realize that you're going to have shortages of delivery drivers, especially during a pandemic. We're even seeing that now. There could be other circumstances that cause shortages of drivers, such as strikes. And if you have a pandemic or an emergency where businesses have to be closed to in-person customers, retail and restaurant, their only way to survive is by delivery. So being able to deliver with lower overhead could mean the difference between survival or failure for businesses in that situation. And drone delivery has the potential to really bridge the gap and be a lifeline for those businesses, and also just in regular circumstances, just expand the delivery capacity of businesses and allow them to service more customers. So those are just a few of the areas where drones have a great deal of applicability in the business world. And as drones became more frequently used by businesses, it's raised concerns about individual privacy, because drones often can carry a camera, and you're not going to know when a drone is flying over you with a camera, and it's raised concerns that Drones could be used to conduct voyeurism or other intrusive surveillance of people, to spy on people, for paparazzi type purposes of surveilling celebrities. And a lot of people just find it uncomfortable, feel uncomfortable with the idea that something can just fly over your backyard or buzz right outside your window and see inside your house or what you're doing in your backyard. And a lot of people find that uncomfortable. And that's led to some political pressure to curtail the ability of drone operators to engage in activities that a lot of people may find intrusive or a violation of their individual privacy. That culminated in a few of the provisions of the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018, which are going to be the focus of this CLE.